Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Star Trek MiniMates Trouble with Tribbles USS Enterprise. Exclusive to Action Figure Express is this cool variation on the MiniMates Enterprise, featuring exclusive Trouble with Tribbles Captain Kirk and some fun little Tribbles. So let's go ahead and take a look at this piece. As you can see, it comes in full blister card packaging that fully showcases the USS Enterprise and the Captain Kirk Minimate on the inside. And then the back of that packaging just gives you some images of the Enterprise and the figure within. Now, upon opening up your Enterprise, there is some minor assembly required. You basically just have to attach the saucer and the engines to it, but it's all pretty self-explanatory. It's very easy to put together, and all of the parts lock into place nice and tight to have this beautiful Enterprise display. Also included is this very cool display base that plugs right into the bottom of the Enterprise. That way you can display the Enterprise as if it's hovering above the ground. The full Enterprise itself measures about 9 inches in length, and when it's plugged into that display base, stands about 9 inches tall. Now, aside from the assembly, there is also an included sheet of stickers that is meant to decorate the bridge of the Enterprise. Now, for some reason, mine came with 2 sticker sheets, but as you can see, they're identical. You only need one of these sticker sheets, which just includes these 2 little wraparound stickers. Now, the dome on the top of the Enterprise just folds open, which reveals a cool little version of the Enterprise bridge there on the inside. So then you can just take those little wraparound stickers and carefully place them on the walls to make it look much more like the bridge that we're used to. And then also included is Captain Kirk's chair, which can plug right onto the inside in the middle section. And now you've got your completed Enterprise. Of course, to sit in that captain's chair is this included Minimate of Captain Kirk. Now, if you're at all familiar with Minimates figures, you know exactly what to expect here. He's a blocky looking little character that has a really good amount of articulation. And as you can see, this particular version of Captain Kirk is wearing the green shirt that we saw him wearing in the episode The Trouble with Tribbles. He also features 2 accessories in the form of a phaser and a communicator, both of which are painted very nicely and can plug onto either one of his hands, so he can easily hold on to both of those accessories. Now, of course, since the lid on the top of the Enterprise does fold open, you can set your Captain Kirk on the inside of the bridge in the little captain's chair, which makes for a really fun little diorama piece. Obviously, the Enterprise is shaped a little different. It's a little out of proportion. It still looks like the Enterprise. And then, of course, folding open the lid, we get kind of this larger version of the captain's chair with the blocky Minimate Captain Kirk sitting on the inside. So, obviously, this isn't meant to be in scale, but it definitely makes for a really fun display piece for your Star Trek Minimates. And Captain Kirk looks very cool sitting in that captain's chair inside the Enterprise bridge. Now, there's a couple fun things here. First of all, you can close the lid on the top, and Captain Kirk is still sitting on the inside just fine. The lid still closes tight, so that way you can store Captain Kirk on the inside and still display your Enterprise with the lid closed. Now, let's go ahead and take a moment to look over the Enterprise itself, because it is still a really nice piece, even if it's sort of like a super deformed version of the USS Enterprise. It's all painted in kind of this grayish color, just like we would expect from the Enterprise, but there is some extra painted detail. You can see lots of little black kind of squares painted all along the body there of the windows. You got nice little red markings running kind of down the side, especially on the sides of the engines, where we also have NCC 1701. That same number, along with the words USS Enterprise, are also printed right on the top of the saucer there, right in front of the bridge. And we've got some more paint deco along there. And the front of the warp engines there are also made of this really nice translucent, kind of reddish-orange plastic, which is a really nice touch. Also, another fun little thing is that the front of the body of the Enterprise also has the ability to fold open. It just reveals a hollowed out section of the Enterprise, but that's really cool for storing any accessories that you have. So maybe if you don't want to have Kirk holding on to the communicator or the phaser, you can just throw them in that little section and then close that up. Now, if you'd prefer to display your Captain Kirk outside of the Enterprise, another fun little included feature is this little block that you can plug the captain's chair into. So you can pull the chair out of the Enterprise and instead place it on this little block here, and that way you can display Captain Kirk sitting in his chair outside of the Enterprise. That way, if you want to display your Enterprise with the dome closed, but you also want to display your Kirk in the chair, you've got the option to do so. And last but not least, since this is the Trouble with Tribbles exclusive, this version also includes a baggie of Tribbles. That's nothing more than just a bunch of little puffballs, but this is a really, really fun little added accessory. You can dump these into the Enterprise bridge up there and practically completely fill it up to recreate some scenes right out of the episode where Captain Kirk is stuck in a pile of Tribbles. So there you go, guys. There's a look at the Star Trek MiniMates USS Enterprise, the Trouble with Tribbles exclusive edition. This is an incredibly fun display piece. For somebody like myself who only casually collects MiniMates, I would say that this here is definitely a piece worth picking up. I'm a big Trek fan, and just having a cool little version of the USS Enterprise like this to display my Captain Kirk inside of was definitely worth it for me, and will make for a great display piece on your collection shelf. And if you're a fan of the classic episode The Trouble with Tribbles, you'll love this exclusive version that includes all those little Tribble extras. This version can be purchased right now exclusively at www.shopafx.com. So happy hunting, and until next time.